Good day, good day, good day, good day to everybody out there. What's happening? My name is sonjamarie with Wordlife Astrology, here to give you some transit astrological information for this week of October 27th. Yes, October 27th. How's everybody doing? I pray your weekend was very, very well. Please forgive me for those that are rolling in right now. I'll probably say this again at least one more time for being a little tardy today. A girl is busy, and I'm doing my best to do almost everything. As one person. Yep, that is me. This one person trying to do it all. So anyway, hi Judy Applegate coming on in, waving hello to you, sweet lady. Oh, let me pick this thing up right here. Okay, let me see. All right. How you doing, Miss Brenda? Love to see you in here. We'll let a couple more people come on in as they get their notifications. As usual, I'll go ahead and give my announcements and what's happening in my life. I'd love for you all to live stream free bricks tomorrow. The thing is sold out. Like literally, it's sold out. Now, there may be a few people that have bought tickets, which I really hope y'all don't do this, not unless it's just, you can't control it. But there may be some people that bought tickets that just won't show up. But there's no way to get any tickets right now for free bricks. And that's happening tomorrow, as y'all already know, for those that like to come on here on a regular basis. But you can catch it live stream. Please go to the link that I have set up here in the description box here on YouTube, and also over there on IG per my link tree link. Go ahead and hit on that thingy there, and you can press on my picture. Let me slow down a little bit and come present. You can hit my picture and it'll allow you to choose if you want to live stream it. It actually shows up on YouTube. I tried it the other day and it goes right to some channel on YouTube. Don't know what that is, but if you have YouTube, then you'll be ready. You'll be set, right? Yay. So go and check me out tomorrow. We're going to do free bigs. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shaking in my boots. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard for me to sleep last night. It was almost like the script was going over and over in a loop in my head. Oh man, I'm so nervous, but it's the good kind of nervous, which makes you just snap into performance space, I presume. I'm excited though. It does start at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, excuse me, if you're on the East Coast, that'll be 10:30 naturally, right? So please, check a sister out. I'd really appreciate all the love and support that you can give. And if you're coming, I can't wait to squeeze you. We do have an awesome Q&A, a question and answer session afterwards. You can ask all the questions you want about free bricks, how it came about. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that vote of confidence, sweet lady. How it came about and all the things. And maybe we could take some pictures. We can blow up social media. I'm trying to get into that realm, y'all, nowadays, if you haven't noticed. Trying to get into social media and let people know what's going on. I'm not the best at it, but I do believe it pays off somehow, some way. You going, Judy? I'm so happy. Thank you, Classic C Gems. Ooh, I am nervous. I'm nervous because I really feel this piece. It comes off simple to some, and deep to others, depending on who you are. But I really want your feedback. If you do come and see it, or you see it on live stream, please, and very please come to any channel of mine or under any comment and let me know honestly how you feel. This is how I make the show better, because this show is actually in sketch, which means that it's evolving. So I'd really love to know what you feel about it. Okay. Again, that's that. Free bricks tomorrow. Tuesday, October 28th at 7:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. I hope to squeeze you because I love giving hugs. And if not, then I hope you catch it on live stream and let me know what you thought about it. Okay. That's all I'm going to talk about, because the more I talk about it, the more nervous I get and I start stuttering and I don't know what to do. Also, if those that are in Atlanta would like to take an astrology workshop of mine, is going down in Norcross. It's at this place called the Local Peach on November 13th. I would love to see you there as well. Please sign up because it's very, very limited. The restaurant that it is going to be held in is a client slash friend slash sister slash forever village member of mine named Brianna. Her and her wonderful wife Nona, they are hosting it, and we don't have too much space. So if you would like to come to my workshop in Atlanta on November 13th, please do so per the link in the register now, per the link in the bio here. And the description box here on YouTube. And also, I think it's on IG. If I haven't put it up there, I will very, very soon. And again, that's November 13th. I'm also doing a really intimate, very laid back show performance with a really good friend of mine of over 30 years. We'll be in Atlanta doing it, but we're going to live stream it because it's going to be in a place in which a lot of people can't show up. So you can live stream it on stage it. Okay. And that's on November 14th. Register now for that as well. The links are all over the place. I just wanted to make some announcements so people can come on in here because I was a little tardy for the party. I apologize. What's up, Sweet Tea and Copper Fox? The chatter is here. Trail is here. What's going down with all of you? I'm so grateful and appreciative. Miss Catrice is in the place, and D's Delectables. What's up, Jess Brianna? I'm so glad that you are here, and I'm ready to shoot this rundown to you because, like I said, I took a little bit of time to get on here per a few responsibilities, but I am here and I got something to tell y'all for this week. I hope you ready. I entitled this week's rundown for show, something about the mind. What I say, get your mind right or something. It's also about finding the level mind this week. And I'll elaborate on that really, really quickly. Y'all will see today, which is Monday, October 27th. The moon is in Capricorn. Are y'all feeling that? Ooh. That's okay, Lori. Watch whenever you can, sweetie pie face. The moon is in Capricorn today, which means, per your girl getting on here a little bit late, trying to knock out all the things, do all the things. I had a reading. I had to finish washing my clothes. This is all before 12 o'clock. I had to walk the dog, write out some notes, Capricorn style. Don't y'all like it when the moon is in Capricorn? Let me know if you do with a yes, y'all. Let me know if you do with a couple of hearts. When the moon is in Capricorns, things get serious. Things get really, really serious. I mean, it's time to be responsible. It's time to be the authority of yourself. It's sometimes time to be a little bit of controlled. But remember, how you doing over there? Annalise? I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it all wrong. Please forgive me. Hi, sweetie pie. Love to see you in here, and thank you. Anicia, and Lisa Valerie. I got it. My brain started working. the T kicked in. How you doing? Okay. The moon, when it's in Capricorn, it's about being an authority of yourself, about being in control, about not being too judgmental. Don't judge yourself or other people, right? Judgmental attitudes. We don't talk about that enough, in my opinion. Especially when the moon is in Capricorn, we lean towards that way of being. You know why? Because we always feel like we can do it better, or we always feel like we have the idea. Capricorn is like that. Capricorn is like, I am the master of almost everything. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure out how to do it. And then I become the master of it. And once I become the master of it, I become judgmental about any and all people who are not doing it like I'm doing it. Hey, pump your brakes. When the moon is in Capricorn, we start to feel that way, right, Kia? We start to feel like that. We start to feel like, well, however I'm doing it is the best way that I'm doing, and everybody else can kick rocks. But you do know there are plenty and plenty of different perspectives. So try not to slide into that moon feeling today. By the way, there are no aspects today. So we're going to leave Monday just like that. Just step into the boss that you are. Aspects are when the moon trines Saturn, when Mercury trines Jupiter, and so on and so forth, right? We have none of that today. But I want to go back to that moon in Capricorn and make sure that you are the boss of self today. Make sure you are doing the things that you know that you need to do in order to lift you up, in order to go further, in order to climb the mountain, in order to be better. You might be tired. You might be a little drained based on what you did this weekend. Having a lot of fun because that moon was in Sag. Did you have some fun? Did you go to a party? At the very least, did you stay out late or something? Did it kick in that way? So you might be tired, but the moon in Capricorn says push just a little bit, just enough in order to get the responsible things done. Okay, that is today. Let's move on to Tuesday. As I say hello to everybody coming in on IG, I appreciate y'all being here. Tuesday, that moon stays in Capricorn, by the way. Let me take a sip of my tea. This is when we start getting in the meat. This week is very interesting. This week is so interesting. I want y'all to stay in your mind this week. If y'all don't remember nothing that I say for this week, stay in your head. Not in the worst way, not in overthinking, but stay with the plan, cousin. Stay with the processing. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Tomorrow, the moon stays in Capricorn. So we continue to feel like the boss that we are. We checking off the boxes. We're doing the things. We're being responsible over and over and over again. Okay, just want to say that again, not trying to be judgmental about anything. Okay, not trying to be as stoic and non-emotional in our responses. Remember that people do feel, and even though you may be in a boss-like business type of realm for today and tomorrow, lend your heart a little bit. Find your heart cracking open just a touch, so you can connect with people and feel how they're feeling. At the very least, just have some sympathy, right? Tomorrow, the first aspect up to bat is that Mars trining Jupiter. Propel yourself to the life that is yours. Rise to the experience, the abundance before your eyes. Rise to experience the abundance before your eyes. You have, thank you, Sonja. You have to light a match to it and fan the flames. Let me read that again, because I put myself a note to my notes to say, read my notes today, because I was in my right mind when I wrote my notes. With Mars trining Jupiter, propel yourself to the life that is yours. Rise to the experience of the abundance before your eyes. You have to light the match to it and fan the flames, just like I'm fanning myself. You know what I mean? Here's the thought behind that thing. When Mars action is hooking up with Jupiter, the opportunities, it's trying to tell us all, right? Regardless of what is going on, regardless of what you think you can do and what you can't do, regardless of what opportunities may or may not seem like it's falling into place at the right time that the human wants it to fall into place, right? All we have to do is put some energy behind that. All we have to do is fan the flames behind that. All we have to do is put Mars, put some propulsion behind that thing. Rise to the occasion of it all. Spirit said, pause on that. Because when we rise to the occasion, knowing that we are who we are and we got the blessings, we are the blessings, we are the source, in which I was telling this young man just recently, we are the source to everything. God is the source, absolutely. But we are second best to that, right? Because it starts with us, all the things that we need to take care of, all the opportunities that we need to step in here on this planet, in this moment in time. It starts with us. It begins with us. What's your source look like? What's your source look like? So rise to your source is the point. Rise to the point where you say to yourself, you know what? I deserve this thing. I deserve the accolades. I deserve the passion. I deserve all things that are coming to me. So I'm gonna rise to it. I'm gonna put my head to it. I'm gonna make it known. Also tomorrow, that moon, we gotta feel it, is in opposition to Jupiter. Somehow you have to be the boss and grab the reins of your blessings with a little control and a little authority. Some may think that you're cold and they'll see the results soon. Trust and believe. Now, this is very, very specific. With Mars on Tuesday, with Mars saying put some action behind the blessings and the opportunities that are around you, even if it's one or two. Okay, let me clarify that. Even if you just have one or two opportunities and you don't have the whole gamut, the whole lot, put some energy behind that. Also, the moon wants to balance out. It's in opposition of Jupiter, those opportunities. So it's something about that moon in Capricorn that says you have to be the boss of it. You have to be the authority of it. You have to control it. You might come off a little stoic tomorrow. You might come off like, no, this is my prize. This is my thing. This is my job. This is my product. This is my project. This is what I said that I was going to do for me. And other people may look at you and like, God damn, I didn't mean to step on your toe. It's not about stepping on toes. It's that oftentimes we have to regain our own authority and who it is we want to be in this life. Can I say that? Rise to it, Miss Irene. Rise to it. You did? That's the whole science. That's the whole energy behind that thing. Hello to everybody coming on in on Instagram. I appreciate you being here. You get that? And Capricorn is the boss in that way. Don't feel no ways about it is the point. Don't feel any ways about it. If people don't understand it in this moment in time, they will. When you start getting them awards, they will. When you start making more money, they will. When they start seeing your glow. When they start seeing you show up and they have no idea why you look so good, because I literally been taking the reins of my own life and my own dream. Don't you want to do that? Can I get some yes, y'all out this mode? Can I get some yes, y'all? Also tomorrow on Tuesday, that moon in Capricorn sextiles Mars. Come on. Mars, Jupiter, and the moon is doing its thing together cohesively, meaning feel what it is that you want. Mystic, go in the room with that shit, man. No, ma'am. Don't look at me like you crazy. Y'all should see this dog. Dang, I can't even be mad at her. She's so damn cute. Mars, the moon, and Jupiter are doing this thing. As long as you feel the moon, like you have the blessings of your life and the opportunities that are around you, one or two or three, then you move on it, cupcake. You make good on it, cupcake, regardless of what people are saying, regardless of what you're saying. How about that? Even the past you, even the old versions of you. Even the versions of you that want to talk you out of it, go, well, how you think you're going to pull this off? Watch is the answer. All right. Also tomorrow, the moon sextiles Saturn, the moon sextiles Mercury, the moon sextiles Neptune. Real simple. Utilize the disciplines and the tools to have that conversation or to utilize your voice and or to implement the plan while knowing the unseen has the upper hand. Why? Because because Saturn is saying, yo, alongside this moon in Capricorn, yo, I need you to feel like that boss, but I need you to pay attention to the disciplines and the tools that we've been utilizing lately, the rituals that we've been utilizing. I need you to pay attention to the mind. In order to plan the thing, in order to have the right conversation, Sonja, in order to get up there and perform free bricks the way you need to do, grab a hold of that, be in control of that, know exactly what I've been doing, talking to myself, yes I am, know exactly what I've been doing for the last 2.5 months, y'all, practicing every day, rehearsing every week with my director and implementing this thing. If you know you've been putting in the work, is the point, then you know that you're going to perform. You know that you're going to speak the truth. You know that you have the plan and process. Does that make sense? And if you don't know in some way with that moon sextile and Neptune, it's like leave it up to spirit. Leave it up to the unseen. Leave it up to whoever. Leave it up to how your future is unfolding. You did? Because there are plans, there are things that are happening that we can't even see, y'all. This is how we level the mind this week. This is how we start to keep the mind right this week. Why? Because the mind can trick us. The mind can say, yo, I don't see no proof. I don't see the reality in the thing. But you know the reality in Neptune, even though Neptune can be a little idealistic. Do you believe? That's the reality in Neptune. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in what's being shown to you? Come on now, don't play with me. Believe in the unseen is what it's saying. I'm moving fast. On Wednesday, the moon goes into Aquarius. Also, Mercury goes into Sagittarius. Now, pause for a second. I got to backtrack as the Cancer that I am and reiterate what it is that I just said. Because on Tuesday, with that moon being in Scorpio, doing all those wonderful, not the moon, Mercury being in Scorpio and hitting up the moon, you know what I mean? It's talking about utilizing the passion of what it is that you know. Speak the passion, have the passionate conversations. You understand what I mean? And make sure that you're determined to do so to get to an end that you desire. Because on Wednesday, when that Mercury goes into Sagittarius, it's a whole nother vibration. Mercury in Sag for a little while, for a couple of weeks, and it's going to go retrograde on November 9th, by the way. Mercury is going retrograde on November 9th. So I'll be in Atlanta with Mercury retrograde, which means I need y'all to get them tickets to Local Peach right now if you want to do this astrology workshop with your girl. So there's no paperwork, there's no glitches, you know what I mean? There's no, I didn't get that, I didn't know, did you get my email? Just do it now. Okay, do it now if you want to see me in Atlanta on November 13th at the Local Peach doing a workshop. Okay, so Mercury going into Sagittarius is a big deal because it wakes things up. Coming up out of Scorpio, determined Scorpio, secret like Scorpio, it's saying there's no more secrets. We're going forward. You know the reason why I like Sag? I like every sign for a particular reason, but the reason why I like Sag is because it has this quiet confidence in which I'm going to do the things that I want to do. In Mercury, I'm going to say the things that I want to say. I'm going to plan the things that I want to plan regardless of what y'all think the consequences are, regardless of what I think the consequences are, regardless, I'm doing it out of truth. So if we are setting ourselves up to move forward, to process information with passion, with vigor, knowing that the unseen and the other side is assisting us. Now with Mercury going into Sag, it's about our responsibility to do it in truth, to do it in adventure, to do it in humor, to do it in courage, regardless of what consequences may come up. You understand what I'm saying? Or regardless of what things seem to come up out of it. And in particular, the consequence I'm thinking about is that sometimes you got to say the things. Sometimes you got to be the truth. Sometimes you got to think the process through and not have people around that understand. Not have people around that's going to concur, who think you're going to be quite batty. That's part of that truth when Mercury goes into Sagittarius. I hope y'all are feeling that. I hope you're seeing that, because bust this, on Wednesday, when Mercury goes into Sag, it wants to trine Neptune in Aries. So your honesty to yourself reveals the magic in your subconscious. You must be willing to believe and imagine the best of the situation and life for it to be true. You get that? So it's not about, again, not to say you're one who's harping over what everybody else's think. Did I say that again? The same way twice? What everybody else thinks. It's about you doing the things because you were told to do them. Thinking and planning and providing a process because you were told to do them. That's why this week I'm calling it Get Your Mind Right. You understand? Find the level mind within yourself, because what you think, as they say, is who you are. Missed it. Thank you. What you think and who you and how you present yourself, the process that you make, the people that you connect with is and who you are is what develops before you. That's a big deal. especially with Mercury being in a fire sign, because it's going to push with vigor, you did? So that Mercury in Sag saying, I'm pulling all the information from the ethers, from Neptune, all the information from my ancestors, from my guides. They are showing me things that I didn't even know that I possessed. They're showing me things that I didn't even know how I could walk. Come on, that felt good going through my body just then, y'all. I don't know. I'm not dropping too many downloads because I kind of want to get through this thing and give y'all information today. But that was a sweet, sweet drop in my heart. You know, the fact that our ancestors and our guides know more about our lives, Duchess Plum, than we know, it's the trust factor. And how sometimes, we got to get right in our mind to allow and surrender for the information to come on through, for us to get the hits, the downloads, the intuitive prods or whatever, to say, yep, this is what I'm gonna do. Yep, this is how to do. Yep, this is how I'm gonna move. That's what gets us through the alleyway. That's what gets us to our rewards. You dig? Now, at the same time, simultaneously on Wednesday, that moon is going to square up the sun. Very interesting. Stubbornness holds progress between your emotions and your ego. Admit that you don't know it all, okay? And watch the miracles happen. Watch Neptune do its thing. Okay, and watch the conversations reveal itself. Sometimes we don't know it all, is what I've been saying. Sort of kind of the last 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh. I've been saying, like, sometimes we don't know from a reality point what's really going down. This week, it's about getting your mind right in order for you to hear what's coming through the ethers. That's what's helping you get yourself straight, you dig? By lining up with your prayers, by lining up with your meditations, by lining up with your courage, and basically, what's the word I wanted to use? Assimilate, push it through, motivate what it is that you are being told. Because there's going to be some stubbornness with that moon in Aquarius squaring up against the sun on Wednesday. It says, do you think you know? Do you think you know? Are you in control? Are you in control? Who's in control of this thing? I mean, I'm listening to my ancestors, but they're saying something totally different than this person said. And I'm saying something totally different than they said. And I don't know what's going on. The confusion and the stubbornness can get you locked up in a place and in a space in which it's a waste of time, y'all. Don't fight your emotions on that day. Don't fight it and thinking that you know it all, because you don't. You know why? You're human. We are humans in this place. We are humans in this place. I should have put my air conditioner on. Also on Wednesday. Oh, this is so awesome. Again, don't get your personality caught up and your ego caught up, because everything else surrounding that is saying go. Mars is trining up Saturn. So steady as you go, your work is paying off as long as you stay the course of seeing what your responsibilities are. And you know what your responsibilities are? You know what your responsibilities are? Your dreams, yourself. You want to answer that question? You know what your responsibilities are? All the things that you've been thinking about, all the things that you've been putting in place for this last couple of months or so. That's your responsibility. Your responsibility is to you. Also on Wednesday, Mercury is opposition Uranus. Try not to promise too much in the midst of all of this change, okay? Excitement rises when you see the possibilities, but balance of ideas and plans are necessary. One of the reasons when Mercury, as its opposition Uranus on that day, Mercury being in Sag, I love Sag again for a lot of reasons, but Sag is so goddamn exuberant. Sag is so goddamn jovial and so thinks that all the possibilities. Jupiter's a ruler, right? Saturn, Sagittarius thinks that all the possibilities are necessary, right? Which makes us, when Mercury is in Sag, overpromise things. Do your best not to overpromise things on Wednesday, because you're excited about some things and you want some things to pop off, because you know that spirit is talking to you and you know that your blessings are all around you. Steady as you go. It's exciting, but vet shit. It's exciting, but ask the questions, qualify what people are telling you, what things are possible to be, because Uranus is saying there's some switch ups. You may be promising somebody something, and next thing you know, they're like, wait a minute, let me renege on that. You may be promising, somebody may be promising you something, and they want to renege. You understand? You may have all these plans to get this job done on Wednesday, and the next thing you know, somebody don't have the money, or somebody gambled the money. This is my point. Changes are happening as we are being excited, or we are changing our mind on things, or as we're moving forward, as we're being tapped in, Sonja, to what's necessary. Please forgive me, y'all. I did a reading before this and I'm hungry, and I'm doing my best to kind of get my words and get the information out. And I'm glad I wrote these notes. So again, forgive me. But I hope this lands in the way that is necessary. Again, come back on the comments here on YouTube and on Instagram and let me know what you feel about these days and as they go by, and if any of these examples have popped up for you. That's a big one, though, I'm being told, that we have to watch on Wednesday with all the excitement that's going around. I love Sag. Mercury and Sag promises a lot. It really wants to go far. It's the adventurer. It wants to do all the things at all the time, but Uranus is going to fuck it up. I'm trying to tell you. So take things that people say as a grain of salt, with a grain of salt on Wednesday. Remember that. On Thursday, the moon goes into Aquarius. That moon in Aquarius is going to trine up Venus. Yes, because Venus is in Libra. So collaborative thoughts bring value and money to your day. Somehow get to the conclusion. We all want the same things. Independent feelings, desires, togetherness. I like that. That last part is different than the rest of the message. So let me break it down into, excuse me for burping. Collaborative thought brings value and money to your day. Somehow we get to the conclusion. We all want the same things. We have to remember, poor Sonja, that not only are we one, but our thoughts, our processing, how we see things oftentimes, how we value our lives, how we value our family is very similar to the next. And oftentimes we like to be rebellious and fight against people and say, well, you don't see it the way I see it, and you don't like the way I like it, and you don't do the things that I do, and you don't because you're hell bent on being an individual. You can be an individual, but there's a way in which we need to come together as the individuals that we are. Does that make sense to people out there? Hear what I'm saying. We're going to get a bout of this on Thursday because our mind is trying to stay right. Again, going back to what it is that was just said and all the things that need to be done, staying exuberant, moving forward with that Mercury and Sag, understanding that you have the power, you have the energy of the mind to plan and think all the things out, but know that everybody is doing the same. And although we think that we're individuals with that moon in Aquarius on Thursday, people do need to come together in order to implement their individual ideas. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, let's do this. And let's add what Sonja said. Let's add what Irene said. Let's add what Judy said. Let's add what Nia said. Let's add what this one says. And it comes together as the bigger collective. That's a big deal. Because listen, on the same day, Mercury, the plan, the thought, the conversation is sextile and Pluto. Let's go. Because with that, the courageous and ever-expanding mind in which we are all coming together on, it wants to transform us all in power, right? It wants to transform us all in power. You cannot care. What does it say? You cannot care what it looks like to others. Said that already. Or your past self for that matter. You understand? Because these new thoughts, these new collaborative thoughts, these new individual thoughts, these new courageous thoughts are bringing a new sense of power to who we are. Get your mind right this week. I hope this is making sense. Ask questions, please, if it does not. Because I honestly, I'm feeling a little out of body today. Ask questions. Because I want y'all to get this. This is an important kind of like Bridge moment. It's not about the emotions of the water signs. It's not about being so practical this week. It's literally about understanding how clear your head is and where you want to go, and knowing that there are opportunities that we can take advantage of. We just can't move too quickly on them because it might be a little bit too premature, or we need help. We need to come together and collaborate with other people. I'm summarizing, right? I want y'all to understand this. On Friday, moving on, that moon goes into watery Pisces. Here's where the emotions start to come in. We got to get our mind right before we get into the emotions, you dig? Y'all hearing me? This makes sense? Y'all kind of quiet. Are y'all quiet because I'm confusing you a little bit? Or are you quiet because you're just listening and trying to make sense of it all? You understand and feel it? Thank you, Miss Brenda. You know me well, my village lady. Sometimes when I feel like I'm out of it and I'm like moving just on spirit, the human in me is like, wait, hold on, is this landing? Because I don't know what's happening right now. The moon in Pisces again, when the emotions start to grab a hold. Thank you, Duchess Plum. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When the emotions come into play on Friday, we got to be super duper mentally clear on what it is we just implemented, on what it is we just figured out, on the courageous acts that we have, what needs to come first, what needs to come second, the processing of all things, right? Because here comes the emotions throwing a wrench on what? Uranus. The moon is squaring up Uranus on Friday. Remember, the moon in Pisces is ultra sensitive. The moon in Pisces is ultra victim like. The moon in Pisces is ultra passive aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? So when it squares up Uranus, the planet of changes and surprises, the planet of throwing things off and doing its best to go with the flow, that emotion can rise in some kind of way. Hear where I'm going. The emotion rises in some kind of way because what? The plans are thrown off. But remember, the mind understands the plans being thrown off. Mercury being in Sagittarius, opposition of that Uranus and Gemini, is saying we got it as long as we are on the right mind frame. In the right mind frame, the emotions don't need to sway. I hope y'all got that. That's important. The emotions don't need to sway as long as you are in the right mind frame. Emotions are fleeting, y'all. Emotions are important, but emotions are fleeting. So this week, again, for the fifth time, it's about keeping the mind right. So the emotions on Friday don't throw you off and goes, well, wait a minute. I didn't get what I was supposed to get, being a victim. Well, wait a minute. Let me figure out how I can manipulate people and get what I want, because the mind is not making it show up quick enough. The mind said there's a process, chick. Sir, we have to get in line. Look at this. Per my next aspect, the moon on Friday is going to square up the mind, Mercury. Passive aggressive actions and the victim like feelings are not aligning with what's said. So arguments can come about either with yourself or with other people. You understand? Because the idealistic emotions saying, I need this right now because I need a break, Drake. I need a break in my emotional body. Your emotional body, the break that your emotional body can receive on Friday is you surrendering to the process, understanding that there's nothing you can control. The best way that Pisces emotion can handle changes on Friday, the best way that Pisces emotion can handle the scatteredness of the brain is to be the shapeshifter, in which Pisces is very good at being at. It's not just about going with the flow of things. It's about adapting to every single thing that comes its way. Peace to you, sweet lady. It's about adapting to everything that comes its way. And like Miss Brenda just said, I think the ancestors are revealing. Yes, the ancestors are revealing the truth, because Pisces is what? The side chick to the gosh darn ancestors, or the side piece, the side kick is what I really wanted to say. I didn't want to make it sexual, but the side kick to what spirit is saying, because Pisces knows. So Pisces can't get in his feelings, us. We can't get in our feelings about things that are not necessarily planned out in the way that we think it should go. We just have to go with the flow. The moon and the sun are trining on that day. All the better reasons to go with the flow. By the end of Friday, you'll feel better knowing that you listened to your heart, knowing that you shape shifted, knowing that you didn't play out the victim, knowing that you didn't try to manipulate people or yourself for that matter into doing things that you think that your mind should have done or responded to. I should have cursed him out. I should have done this. I should have planned it differently. No, 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 no. Hold on. Wait to the end of Friday before you start cursing yourself out or cursing anybody else out, okay? The mind may do hold on. The mind may not want to do one thing, or the mind may want to do one thing, but listen and feel to your intuitive urges, is what I said. Be safe out there because Friday is Halloween. So here's an example. If you're going to a Halloween party, if you're out there in the ethers, because y'all know on Halloweens, the peoples come up, the ancestors, the guides, the energies, people drudge them up. People drudge them up. So if your intuition is saying flow, I think you should go home. Your intuition is saying go down 2nd Street, don't go down 1st Street. If your intuition is saying I need you to pay attention to how things are moving instead of being a victim to what you think it should be, do that. Okay? That's how you remain safe out there on Halloween, on October 31st, Friday. Does that make sense? Yeah, Daphne, don't cuss anybody out on your birthday, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. On Saturday, the moon stays in Pisces, but there's no aspects. No aspects on Saturday as well. So we have a chance to do what? To stay in the flow of what it is that we established the day before, where our flow was a little bit cantankerous. There was a push and a pull on Friday, Halloween, going back for a reason, not doing, not saying, not flowing the way we think our minds should flow. On Saturday, we start to see why we did that thing. On Saturday, we can literally, that's my prescription for Saturday. Sit back. Don't do nothing. If you're working and if you have some plans, take your time. Please take your time. Don't push. Okay? That's Saturday. Feel like water. Feel like that fish up and down in it all. What's up, Miko? On Sunday, there's a lot going on. And I don't know if we got enough time to tap into that thing, but I'm going to do my best and go there. Because Sunday, leading up to Sunday, is the game changer. Now, you may feel it on Saturday since there's no real aspects on Saturday, and you are being called to flow like that Pisces energy that you are. You are being called to be empathetic to people and to yourselves on Saturday. You are being called to be caring. You are being called to tap into some unconditional love and a well in which you thought you never, ever had. True and believe this empathy needs to come out on Saturday for yourself and other people. Okay. This helps to bring balance to the mind and to the decisions that you have been making all the week, for the whole week. As I proclaim to get your mind together, you start to understand on Saturday why you did a certain thing. You start to understand on Saturday why you gave certain people certain leeway, and you gave them permission to do certain things, that you made a decision against your better judgment. You start to understand this on Saturday. Sit with that. That makes you the better person always. Okay? Because on Sunday, when we roll into Sunday, it's a beautiful day in all the ways. I mean, that is going to be beautiful, but bust it. That moon is going to conjunct Saturn, asking us to stay in our prayer, asking us to stay disciplined. That moon is going to trine up Mars. Do what you feel and be convicted in that. And on Sunday, what I feel in this moment in time is that empathy, that understanding, that unconditional love that you have for self and others is being asked to be played out. You have to assist people. You have to stay to your disciplines. You have to be discerning. With that Saturn in place, be discerning and put up your boundaries. You have to know on Sunday how much you can give and how much you can't. Okay? How much you can put forward with that moon trining up Mars and how much you can't. That's a good lesson. That's a good lesson. I want y'all all to remember that, because it may be some people pulling on you. Squirrel, here's a quick little download. I haven't been downloading too much today, but here's a quick little download. People are more desperate now than ever. If you haven't really just, I know I say that almost always, y'all, but I tell you truthfully, I feel it. The desperation in folks are gnarly, and the separations are happening. I want you to stay on the side of doing the work. That's why Saturn in Pisces has been going retrograde, and that's why it's staying in Pisces, because the work is within you. The work is within your spiritual nature. The work is with your ancestors, with your guides. The work is with the unseen. And there's so many people that want to fight against that, because they want results, because they want money, because they want positioning, they want accolades. And that's bringing up desperation in a lot of people. So when Sunday rolls around and people that are desperate are coming for you, are coming to find some validation, are coming for you because why? You've been doing the work and they look a little depleted. You have to be able to put up your boundaries. You got to be able to ask for 50 feet. You may not want to, because you may feel like, oh, I got enough to spare. I'm in my right mind. I've been doing the things that I know that I need to do. I got enough to spare. But remember, we need reserve tanks, because it's about to get more gnarly. Don't you see that happening in this freaking government, in this world? It's going to get worse before it gets better. This is the moment, y'all. Another download, and thank you, Squirrel, all the things, right? This is a moment, y'all, in which we are loading up on our reserve tank. We are getting stronger for being the people, being the spiritual disciplines, containing our rituals. You understand? We are putting it all together, tucking it in our bra, fitting it in our kidneys somewhere, all the things, stashing it in our pantries and our closets, the energy, the confidence, the love of self, the love of our family. We are building up right now. Get that, because when the world blows and you don't have $2, when the world blows and your friends start to become your enemies, when people don't want to be bothered with you because you don't allow them to tap into your reserve, then we're gonna have to live on what it is that we are building on today. Does that make sense? We are definitely at a precipice, right, Miss Brenda? Thank you for the words, because I need them today, sister. So on Sunday, I want y'all to see some type of semblance of that. People will come at you hungry. Also on Sunday, the moon is going to conjunct on Neptune. That means spirit is going to be wide the frick open. Intuition is blowing through. Also, the moon is sextiling Uranus. Come on. We got to go with the change. Whatever it is that we see, whatever it is that's being told to us, whatever reserves that we are building, whatever little bit we are being asked to spend and or be discerning about, is going along with the changes. I don't know what this feeling is that's going through my body right now, y'all, but it's a little gnarly, and I'm going to take my time to try to explain it. But I feel an urgency that's happening. I feel like an urgency from spirit, like, please get this. Not just what I'm saying, but get the fact that you are getting better. Get the fact that you are growing up and you are evolving. Start to become proud of yourself. Start to rely more on the spiritual work that you've been doing. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm saying it over and over for reasons, because some of y'all don't believe it. And you're going to need this energy that you are drudging up for yourself in this moment in time, right? You're going to need this, because certain people are not playing fair, is what I keep hearing. They're not playing fair, but we can't fight like they fight. Y'all get that? It's like being at the lunch counters again. It's like being on the playground and having the bullies swing at you, but you can't swing back. It's about being fortified within, knowing that our strength and all the things that we've been conjuring up is literally what is allowing us to stay alive, even though we look a little beat up, even though you might be a little broke, even though you might be a government employee at this time, even though things may look a little weary and a little thin. You understand? We are being told to react differently. I'm allowing the downloads to come in because, yeah, I'm being bullied right now myself. On Sunday is the day in which we can open up and really feel the propulsion of that. But it starts with the beginning of this week and getting our mind right. It starts with our mind being positive about where we're going. Does that make sense? Because Mercury in Sag is all about positive thought. It's all about the knowing that everything is going to be all right. Boom. But in order to know that and really to know that, and then to get to Sunday in order and feel it out, and then watching the desperate run around us, we got to know it, we got to feel it, and we can't react. Does that make sense? Also on Sunday, I'm listening for more if it's coming. Also, did I say this? Also on Sunday, that moon in Aries now, as it goes into Aries at the kind of the middle of Sunday, it's going to sextile Sonja. It's going to sextile Pluto, power, transformation. You know who you are. I know me. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know my power stance. I know what God is telling me. I know that you want me to lend to you and stay on the phone for 3-4 hours while you cry and drain all of my energy. I know that I'm not doing that this time. I know that I'm not lending myself to you because you're tapping in my reserves. I know that I'm not giving you all my money and all my food because where are you when I need you? You standing in your power on Sunday by listening to spirit and your intuitive hunches. Are y'all getting me? The moon is also sextile in Mercury. And then in that moment, you're telling them, you're speaking your truth. Yuri, how you doing, baby? You're speaking your truth. Whereas there was one moment you wouldn't say a thing. You just turn your back and be like, I'm going to let them think whatever they want to think. Maybe on Sunday, you feeling all that God power. You feeling that transformation. You feeling that thing inside you. You feeling, give me 50 feet. My boundaries and my discernment is really, really strong. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you about it. Because I'm tired of you running around here fucking stifling everybody for their energy. Go get your own energy. Do your own thing. Be your own person. And at the same time, Spirit said we got to let them burn. We got to let certain situations and certain people burn. Please don't equate that to dying. I'm not talking about letting people die. I'm talking about letting people sit in what it is that they conjure, what they are responsible for. You understand that? Because they are getting intuitive hits just as much as we are. But we have to be responsible for ourselves. Remember, we kicked the week off in Capricorn. Be responsible for you, babies. Come on now. At the end of Sunday, though, that's a plot twist and fucking bipolar. Venus is squaring up Jupiter. You may not feel like your partner or collaborator sees the bigger picture. Somehow, some way, you don't see the value in the bigger picture, in other people or them in you. Kind of goes to what I just said. But the plot twist and the bipolar thing is that you're standing strong in who you are on that day. Feeling all the things that are around you changing and burning and dying and being transformed. And in some way, somehow, you don't see the value in that moment. So you might jump in the fire with them. I encourage you not to. Please and very please, I encourage you not to, because the value is recognizing on that day that the blessings come from within. That sounds so gosh darn spiritual 101. I need more words, God. The value is knowing that what you've been standing on, what you've been conjuring, how you believe about yourself, how you love yourself, how you adore yourself, is what is really going to churn out your blessings and your opportunities. You are the source. I started this whole situation out with that. You are the source. You are the beginning and the end. Can't save everybody, Duchess Plum. You get that? Thank you, Chatter, for repeating it. You are the source, so rise to it. I've been chanting this mantra recently. Rise to be seen. Flow as I am. Oh, Sonja. Rise to be seen. Flow as I am. Recognition meets me and my heart remains open. That's my little medicine that I'm going to pass on to you, because that's what's going to keep us up. Rise to be seen. Flow as I am. Recognition meets me and my heart remains open. See yourself rising above the bullshit. See yourself rising above the fire and the flames. See yourself rising above everybody else's mercurial downfalls and confusion, because that's what's going to come out for some people. If they don't know who they are, if they don't know what they're doing, if they don't know why Spirit has sent you here, if you don't know how to rise up in your own space, you're going to get confused by this week. I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. You are the source in this. Rise to the occasion or drown in it. I'm just saying. We don't have time to sit around and speak around the situation nowadays. It's way too many people leaving. It's way too many people transforming. It's way too many things happening for us to hold back our truth. And if your truth is, I want to be a better person, and I don't want to sit here and gossip with y'all. I want to be a better person. I'm not spending my money on bullshit. I want to be a better person. I'm not sitting here lending my free time to just, being frivolous and saving you. I want to be a better person, so I have to show up. Spirit. Reading the card right now, y'all. I'm on a different vibration today. And I appreciate your patience. God has so much to say to us all. That's why for a little bit, I'm going to download this. I don't think a lot of information is coming through in a way that needs to, because y'all already know. Y'all already know. Oh, thank you, Chatter. Y'all already know. Let me pull out this gosh damn card. Great Mother, Father, God, and guardian angels and ancestors, spirits, Archangel Michael, Archangel all the ancestors, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Here is the card, the guidance per this particular deck for the week, y'all. Y'all ready? Thank you, Miss Brenda. I'm going to pull out these two cards because this one card wanted to come through, and all of a sudden it got knocked off by this other card. So I'm going to pick them out both because I think they're both are relevant. Before I turn them over, I just want to say, as a download, it's a big responsibility to be spiritually in tune. It's a big responsibility to live your life and live your dreams. It's a big responsibility and often incredibly exhausting just to wake up and recognize that you are still on the planet and you still have to do the things to be alive, to show up for yourself. I get that. I totally get that. But it's this moment is what I'm hearing, is when we need to kick in the best, the most, when we need to get our mind right with it, when we need to change the perspective of it all, and to say not that we're just worthy of it, but that it's necessary, because it's not just about us, it's about the babies. It's not just about the babies, it's about the neighbors, it's about the entire planet. We are changing the face of the future in this moment, as always, but definitely in this moment, because it's so divided and so scattered and so all over the place that how you present yourself in this one solitary moment is how you are going to be and how you are going to walk through this thing unscathed, without anybody else's conditioning, probing, misunderstanding, emotional bullying. Are y'all hearing the words between the words? I asked if you hear what I say because sometimes, again, like today, I'm literally going off on spirit because I haven't eaten and I already did a reading. And there are times in which information comes through me that I'm not stroking for compliments. I'm really wanting to make sure that it lands because it feels so strong in me that as a human being and even as a poet and as a writer, I don't have the vocabulary for what I feel sometimes. Have you ever experienced that? Can somebody sharing that with me? Have you ever experienced that sometimes information and power and emotion and spirit comes through you so strong that there's not even a word to describe that? It's not even in our languaging. And I'm feeling that this whole time through. I just want us to get it together. All the time, Judy said, I know you, Judy, my sweet friend. I know. And I think more and more of us are experiencing that this nowadays because of Saturn being in Pisces and going backwards and forwards, because it's been being a bully, it's being a worker, it's cracking the whip at us to listen. And if we're not in tune to listening all the time, we don't even know what is being said. Again, we don't even sometimes know the language, the word for that. We just know the feeling. We just know we need to do it. We just know we're just getting picked up. And it takes a lot of work to be able to get picked up out of bed and do the things that you can't even make sense of. I applaud you. I applaud you. I really, really do. If no one has told you recently, I'm proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you, this stranger on the other side of the glass. Very proud of the steps that you've been making. Keep moving forward by listening to the best part of your hearts and by listening to the ancestors and the information that comes through. 2 cards today. Don't play with me. And don't play with God. Where's my book? Oh, here it is. Come on now. A couple of y'all might pass out. I'm being dramatic, but I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Because this gosh darn say what? This card is almost saying it all. I don't know if this is the first one or the second one that I pulled out. But this is what's happening this week. We are doing what? Becoming mature out this mug. Maturity. Maturity. Say what? God, stop playing. This figure stands alone. Did we not say that? Standing alone in your individuality, showing up to the group like a powerful self, knowing that I'm not rocking with what it is you want me to do. I'm doing what I want to do, but we can compromise on some level as long as it's for the good and for the higher up. That's what maturity is about. You dig? Come on, y'all. Come on. Hey, Jessica. I love you too, mama. This figure stands alone, silent and yet alert. The inner being is filled with flowers that carry the quality of springtime and regenerate wherever she goes. This inner flowering and the wholeness that she feels affords the possibility of unlimited movement. She can move in any direction. Within and without, it makes no difference, as her joy and maturity cannot be diminished by externals. Come on. She has come to a time of centeredness and expansiveness. The white glow around the figure is her protection and her light. All of life's experiences have brought her to this time of perfection. When you draw this card, know well that this moment carries a gift for hard work well done. Your base is solid now, and success and good fortune are yours, for they are the outcome for what has already been experienced within. Can I get an amen on that shit? Like, y'all don't get this? In regards to what we just talked about in this week, the building up of our minds, staying in our heads, staying in our right light truth with that Mercury going into Sag, the truth of what it is that we want to do for ourselves. And then it coupling with that Pisces energy that says, now that you know the truth, now you just got to be it, embody it, Pisces like. Come on, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the response. Hey, D Stokes. Hey, Yaya. You understand? Hi, Melissa. Hi, Monica. Y'all get that? Now, I don't know which one was first, this one or this one. Somebody said it earlier. Trust. Look at that. Oh my God, I want to do a jig so bad. Come on now. Trust in the maturity. Be mature in your trust. Are y'all not excited? Or maybe you're typing right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on now. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Now is the moment to be a bungee jumper without the cord. And it is this quality of absolute trust. That's that Pisces shit. That's God speaking. That's that unseen. That's that Neptune. Rewind the tape selector and watch this again and again until you hear the words between the words. Watch it, right, Bella? Please understand what's coming through. This is a very unique rundown, I may add. I may say, but I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. It's about trusting it all. Because honestly, y'all, okay, hold on. Do you not feel a little like ridiculous? I mean, is anybody out there feeling that way? Like a little, even though you believe, do you not feel naive in the trust? Even though you may be, leveling up and becoming mature and evolving in this thing, does it not feel a little goofy? A little like, wait, is it just me? Is life about to get good? Is it just me? Or am I watching things burn and I really don't want to take care of it? Is it just me? That friends and people are just going to the left and I'm just like, okay, is it just me that I am trusting the fact that I got $5 in my pocket and I'm about to spend it and I know I'm gonna be okay? Is it just me that I know I'm gonna live my life, live my dreams, live what my ancestors, my guides, what my dreams are saying, like it's my sleepy dreams, what my grandmother keeps tapping me on the forehead telling me to do? Is it just me? Come on now. Is it just me that I'm about to quit this fucking job because these people are getting on my nerves and they do not make me who I am? I don't want to be in their presence any longer. Is it just me that feels like you goofy for having these feelings? Thank you over here on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Right, Nia? I'm not alone, chatter. Thank you. Yes. Right, Miss Irene? She said, Monica 7 said, I did quit that job 2 weeks ago. That's right. Kick rocks, get out of here. Is it just me? It feels so weird. Literally, like, Sonja, you are being very irresponsible right now. And then I hear this bigger voice that goes, girl, don't pay attention to that. That's your fears coming back up. That's that counterpunch we was talking about coming back up. That's your lack of trust coming back up. You're getting mature. You're getting better. You're learning yourself. You know what you can and what you cannot do through this maturity. So you can trust even more because we can't stop. We got more to do. Let me read this card. I keep downloading. Now is the moment to be the bungee jumper without the cord. And is this quality of absolute trust with no reservations or secret safety nets that the Knight of Water demands from us. There's a tremendous sense of exhilaration if you can take the jump and move into the unknown, even if the idea scares us to death. And when we take trust to the level of the quantum leap, we don't make any elaborate plans, y'all, or preparations. Nah, we just say, okay, I trust that I'm what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to settle my things. I'm going to pack my suitcase. I'm going to take it with me. No. We don't do all of those things. We just jump. We just do it. with hardly a thought of what happens next. That's what I meant by that Mercury and Sag, not worrying about the consequences. Regardless of what happens, I'm taking this leap. The leap is the thing, y'all, and the thrill of it as we free fall through the empty sky. Here's a little sarcasm for you. The card gives us a hint here, though, about what waits for us at the other end. A soft, welcoming, yummy, pink, rose petal, juicy, nah, come on. And that's how this ends. Because here's the deal. We don't take the jump so we can get the juicy. We take the jump so we can feel free. We take the jump so we can meet spirit. We take the jump so we can know ourselves as the source. We take the jump so we can trust ourselves that we know what we're going to do next in that nanosecond. I know who I am. We take the jump not for the results, not for the pink, juicy, yummy. Nah, we take the jump because we are God's children. We take the jump because we've been preparing. We take the jump because we've been honest with ourselves. We take the jump because we've been transforming. Now you got to test it. This week is saying, get your mind right so you can test it. Because Nia, you are the source, baby. Because you are the source. Is it me? Am I crazy? If I'm not, and you feel this, pass this information on. Let people know what we're talking about here. Honestly, I trust and believe the information that comes through me. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's got me living in California for 33 years without nobody that I know. I love family, that is. I know that much. And I have had help from my mom, especially. I don't know about the rest of my family, but my mother has helped me a lot, right, throughout the years. But every step has been a walk for me. Every step has been faith for me. And I know it's been the same for you. I'm saying, and I'm using myself as an example for you to tap into that. Remember that. Remember who you are in that. Remember the things that kept you down, on your face down on the floor, bleeding and cursing. Remember how you got back up. Remember you got back up more mature. Remember you got back up and you trusted. We're not saying these things to say that you're having a hard time right now. We're saying these things to say that you need to muster up more of this. You know why? Because it's about to get worse before it gets better. That's my point of bringing this up. Their point through me of bringing this up. And we need reserve. Any questions? Y'all get that? I hope this helped you in some kind of way today. I really, really, really do. Through the clarity that I'm receiving, through the confusion that my brain sometimes goes through during these rundowns, the energy that I give, I just hope that it lands somewhere. And if you feel generous, send me some love. If you still feel generous, hit up my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. If you feel generous, live stream free bricks tomorrow. If you want to pay me back in any way, say a prayer for me. Send the energy back, because this is how we grow as a community. If it feels good to you, if this is helping you, send me some energy, please. And in whatever form, way, shape you can, because I'm sending it to you. I pray for y'all always. I don't want to get cancer-like and emotional on this thing, but I do. Each and every one of you. Because I know we can make it through whatever God is handing us. I know we can make it through wherever you are in your life in this moment in time. It can be fabulous. I need you to maintain that energy. I need you to pass on that energy. Okay? I'm not judging. I'm not asking or saying wherever you are, but maintain it. Trust it's about to get worse, and we need to be ready for it. And I'm going to be calling on you. That's for sure. Publicly, privately, I'm going to be calling on your energy, because we're going to need each other to push through this thing. Y'all know that, right? Should I stop rambling? Let's go. Have a beautiful day today. All right? You're very welcome, Judy Applegate. Have an awesome day. Surround yourself with light always. Rise to the occasion. Flow as yourself. Let that recognition meet you so your heart can remain open, okay? I love you. Adios. Peace, everybody. Peace, peace, peace.